Well, welcome back to Randall State Bank. Rich Jones here again. Gary Sheeler from Edina Realty stopped in to join me today. We thought we'd talk a little bit, Gary, about the difference between buying commercial real estate and leasing, and kind of what's the right fit for each type of person. And as you and I talked about before, there's not really a right or wrong answer. It's really what fits the need for the client, right? So,
Yes.
I think from the buy perspective, from my opinion, one of the things about buying is look at capital, right? From the bank perspective, what kind of capital do you have? And if you're looking at leasing, it's more along the lines of, is it a new business? Is the cash flow a little bit tighter? Is there some opportunities? And we could get into the tax side of this thing too, but neither one of us is a CPA, so probably not a great idea. But give me a little bit of your opinion on both sides of things, and maybe some of the things that as you're talking to clients about buying or leasing, what kind of discussions you have with them.
Well, in leasing, you can be more mobile. I mean,
Right.
you can take out a short-term lease or a long-term lease, and you can kind of look at the business you have, and if you want to relocate that business probably to a better area, a better location.
Maybe if you're growing and you need a bigger space somewhere down the road.
Yes. Yeah. And on that side for the leasing, and it's less, like you said, for startup costs into leasing. Ownership, I look at it as like more of a long term, but then I think the rewards are higher, in the ownership of properties. And
especially in an appreciating real estate market, right?
Exactly, right now where the market is itching up. And so you'll see, on both sides. I, prefer, ownership, because you don't have that lease hanging over your head where somebody, comes along and only gives you a 5-year lease and then, decides that they ain't going to lease it any further than that, and you have the expense of moving out. But there is a lot of options. And with the properties in Brainerd right now, there's a lot of good lease options too.
Yeah,
So.
and I think that's what's important too, based on our entire conversation here today, is that having a educated, qualified commercial real estate agent makes sense, because you can have those conversations with somebody like yourself who's owned a business before. You can have those conversations and understand what the needs are specifically for that type of a business owner, and help walk them through what they really need to understand, the differences between buying and leasing a business property. Would you agree?
I totally agree with that. So I want to thank you for leading into that.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for coming by today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.